Welcome, everyone, and welcome again, Pete, to our second week in YouTube and like our 10th week in social media. I hope that all of you look our videos of last week's because all the topic that we are talking right now today have something in common to all of these topics before. If you want to have more context, you have to go to Pete's social media and give a look to all the videos that we already made. So how are you, Pete?
I'm very good.
Are you excited about today?
I am excited. It's another Friday and we're heading into the weekend.
Exactly. Today, I want that we talk about the important part for everyone, literally the thing that moves people's life, and it's money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I prepared some questions to you about small business owner and all like the investment and budgets and all of that, like how small business owner can put their money to work for them. So, my first question to you is: should a small business owner invest first in SEO or paid ads?
That's a great question, and we do get that question a lot from small business owners. And usually, what we tell them is search engine optimization is a long-term business growth strategy, where it's not something that is going to necessarily get you leads next week.
Mhm.
It's not a life preserver. It's not going to save your business if you're drowning. It can help your business grow long term. If you want that immediate impact, paid ads are a much better strategy for you. You can
Mhm.
implement a paid strategy and start to generate leads quickly. However, it's not the same strategy long-term business growth as search engine optimization, because when you stop paying for the ads, you stop getting the leads. Search engine optimization typically will continue to generate leads even after the optimizations from a year ago are done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that this is something really interesting because since I start here, I just heard like a couple of people talking about money and how they invested and all of that. So the first directly interaction that I have with this concern was about like people say, oh no, SEO it's too expensive, I can't pay that, or I already try and I put I don't know number of $1,000 and it doesn't work and all of that. Like, and we read a book yesterday that it says it's not like a just one price for all the people. It's depend the industry, it's depend the competition, it's depend your goals, like have a lot. So based on that, and of course your experience with all of this, and as a small business owner too, what is the most common mistake you see in how digital marketing budgets are spent?
I think a lot of times one of the mistakes that small business owners make is they choose a budget expecting an outcome. And what we tell people is choose a budget that is appropriate for your business. And so a personal injury lawyer who's just starting out should have a
Mhm.
different budget than a personal injury lawyer who has 8 attorneys in their firm and they've
Mhm.
been practicing for a long time. You can make progress on a small budget even in personal injury. You might not be number one for everything, but you can
Mhm.
get better visibility that can have an impact on the bottom line for your firm.
Yeah, and I think that I like that you say when they start because this is my another question. A lot of like most of the small business owners, like as the word said, they're small business. They are just starting in the industry. They are, it's a lot of first steps that they have to start doing. So if a small business owner have a small budget, where do they start? SEO or ads?
So I would say actually a great starting point for a small budget is we do the SEO Power Hour. It's $150, and we can make real changes to the website that will improve visibility on organic search.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to generate leads right away, then they could switch to a paid campaign. Once they start to generate some sales and revenue,
Mm-hmm.
they can allocate some of those dollars towards the long term business development strategy of search engine optimization. And then that's where, over the long term, you'll see more phone calls coming in, more contact form fills coming in. But it's a actual strategy for growing the business instead of just like generating leads. I need leads. How do I get leads?
Mm-hmm.
If all you want is leads, flip the switch, pay the money, get it from Google. If you want leads increasing over time, search engine optimization is a great way to do that.
And I like that you mentioned about campaigns and all of that, because this is like another question. A lot of the people outside have in their mentality that they have to pay for Google Ads. If not, they're doing nothing, basically. So, in what cases would you recommend invest in pay ads?
in paid ads.
Yes.
So if you are in a large market with that's very competitive,
Hmm.
you will get traction with paid ads probably quicker than you would with search engine optimization. It's harder to crack into the top 10 in Los Angeles than it is in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Hmm.
Now, with that being said, if you invest in SEO and it's a long term strategy for you, in time, you can definitely get into that top 10. But you can't starve to death while you wait to get there. And so
Hmm.
paid ads can kind of be that bridge to get you into the top 10. And then once you start getting the organic leads that you'd like to see, now you can evaluate, do we want to continue to invest in paid search, or can we start to turn that spigot off? And it's really like something that should be evaluated each month, each quarter, each year. Is this still the right strategy? We had this strategy 6 months ago. Is it still the right strategy?
Hmm.
And you want somebody you can trust that can help you decide, and based on real data, not
Hmm.
just feelings and not just some hocus pocus smoke and mirrors,
Yeah.
but like real data. Here's what's happening. Let's make decisions based on reality.
Another thing that I learned here, and correct me if I'm wrong, like a lot of small business owners also invest in Google Ads because they think that it's like a solution for attract all the leads and all the clients outside and all of this. But the thing that they don't think about is just because you're paying for a click, this doesn't assure you that this person will be a client, you know. My
Yep.
last topic that I want to talk to you, it's an experience that we have a couple of weeks ago that we have a walking, and he basically said that he preferred, like, he started to learn about the SEO and he tried to do it by himself, and he said that some things don't work properly, and he told our story to us. And this is like a big question or concern that I see a lot in the social media, and it's people saying, I don't know if it's better to pay to someone to do my SEO, or if I have to, like, if I can learn it and then I can do it by myself, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I think that the people have this wrong mentality that just because they take a few courses or some lessons in YouTube, they can do it by themselves. But I think that that's why are like experiment people outside that, you know, have more experience and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So what you can say to all of these people that think that?
So I think that search engine optimization isn't necessarily complicated, but it is.
Well, you say that, but I don't think so.
It's easy to get it wrong, and especially if you're out there watching YouTube videos or reading blog posts and things like that. One of the things you want to do is see how recent is this information.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're watching a YouTube video from 6 years ago, that information might not be relevant anymore, especially with the advent of AI and AI mode on Google and those kinds of things. The algorithm has been updated multiple times in the last 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know if that information from the YouTube video 6 years ago is still relevant or not?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a big thing. And a lot of the approach that a lot of SEOs have is we're going to chase the algorithm. We're going to figure out what the algorithm likes,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to do that stuff and we're going to rank well. Well, when the algorithm changes, now the algorithm doesn't like you so much anymore and you see
Mm-hmm.
a visibility drop. And so if you're implementing things from a video from 6 years ago, you might not see much of an impact at all from those things because that was what the algorithm liked 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Our approach at Tiger 29 is that we want to build authority, relevance, and trust
Mm-hmm.
that works no matter what changes with the algorithm. We want to tell Google and AI who you are, what you do, where you do it, when are your business hours, what are your reviews like, how do they contact you. That phone number on your profile and on your website is kind of like a social security number
Mm-hmm.
for your business. And that's something that hasn't changed since the very beginning of Google. That phone number is critically important. And so you have to be able to sort of understand what's still relevant, what's not relevant.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, if you can find the right professional to help you, you're probably going to be better off than trying to learn it yourself. However, it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of understanding coming into those meetings so that you can gauge whether or not this is the right person to help you.
Yeah, and just to give an end to this video, it's I just want to say like all the people is open to learn, of course, and
Mhm.
this is our invitation to all the people that is looking our videos. um, of course they can learn, and it's important that you know like what the other people is doing about your business and how they're doing and all of that, because knowledge is power.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean that you know how to do the things,
Yeah.
because one thing is knowledge and another thing is experience. Thank you, Pete, to share your experience and all of this to the small business owners. You want to say something to conclude the video?
Thank you, Saran. Yeah, I think that's right. Is you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't have the experience to match it with,
Mm-hmm.
it's really just book knowledge. And you want to be sort of street smart when it comes to SEO. And you want that SEO professional who has the experience to say, oh, I actually tried that technique 2 years ago. It
Mm-hmm.
worked well for a little while and then it didn't anymore. And so we're not doing it anymore. And so experience is very important for SEO.
Well, thank you everyone to see our video. Please follow Pete if you want to learn more and understand all the topics, all the new um, technologies that are coming, and all of this. I think that we're giving you really valuable information that you can start to apply in your business, or you can share with someone that probably you know that have these issues or that have those concerns. I think that it's really really useful content for all the kind of industries. So please follow us, leave a like if you like the content, and save the video if you want to review it anytime. Thank you.
Thanks.